Hi there everybody, this is Sapelio with replay number 6, coming to you not live from Bonnie, Scotland. So this was a 2v2 battle on race fields between myself and my friend Scottish Prick and one other player and a player who wishes to remain anonymous. He asked me to make him anonymous for this replay, but those of you who watch this will, well, some of you might recognise the particular tactic and be able to put a name to a tactic, but anyway, I'll be trying to keep him anonymous for this, so I won't be pointing things out with the mouse as much, so you need to keep your eyes peeled. So, this is also the promised video wherein I get my ass kicked. So I have my usual build of Naginata cavalry, light cavalry, and instead of a katana cavalry I have mounted gunners in this match, which I'm never ever bringing again. They are completely shit, never use them. Anyway, so there's 7 Loanswords, 2 Yareshigaru, and my martial monks. My friend over here has, well, he doesn't play, or didn't play land battles very much, so he has a very strange build with almost no infantry. I'm not going to go over it because we're going to be focusing on my side here, largely because, well, you all want to see me get beaten, don't you? So the opponent I'm facing has the same number of Loanswords, 7. He has 3 matchlock units, 3 katana cavalry, and 1 Naginata cav. You can't see some of them at the minute because they're in the forest. Anyway, it takes a little minute for everything to get going, so I'm just going to hit fast forward. Yeah, I played an interesting match earlier. It was a small unit size battle, and I don't like small unit size battles, they suck. But I managed to win it, although I wasn't very pleased about it. Anyway, yeah, so here I see him moving forward with his matchlock, so I'm moving forward and putting all my cav onto the left, because I was hoping that I could sweep around from the side and hopefully get these matchlocks, as we will see shortly. So I noticed what he's doing with his katana cav is relatively near the front. I wish I'd noticed this earlier actually, because it's the kind of thing that I had been experimenting with at this time, so I should really have earmarked it when I saw it, but okay, nonetheless, here we go, we're moving up now. I put the mounted gunners in place. They have 125 range, which was slightly more than his matchlocks, but they just don't fire. The mounted gunners are absolutely shit, so I want to try and get some of these matchlocks dead, so I charge my light cav into them, and in the meantime I'm moving up the rest of my army because I want to get these things dead as quick as possible. You see all the katana cav is sitting there quite happily waiting to just mow me down. Once again I forgot my matchlocks, which are way at the back, and we see here I'm sweeping my cavalry in from the side now to try and get these matchlocks, but it doesn't quite go so well, and they tangled in some Yareshigaru. On the right hand side we see that he's decided to very wisely tangle up some of my Loanswords and his own Yareshigaru, which are now starting to waver, and elsewhere he's now charging all of the katana cav directly into the Loanswords. And this is a very nice tactic because the Loanswords are very weak against katana cav. Katana cav just tears them to shreds. So when I see this charge coming in, this unit here I decided to inspire. It was the wrong unit to inspire. I should have inspired the one to its right, but it was just to try and kind of break down the charge a little bit. As you can see, my general's in stand fight. His is at the back, still standing around. I decided to send this Naginata cav right. I think by this point its Warcry was charged, so I wanted to try and see if I could get any nastiness in on his own Loanswords. As you can see, this is just a blob on the right. It's a blob, and as we'll see, the player sweeps his cavalry in and out and across, and generally it does some serious damage. On the left, I'm actually winning that flank, so I'm saying I would try to sweep across on the left, but as we'll see, the cavalry here, he's just able to move this straight through all of the Loanswords because they're a sword unit. You can just push through them, and it does some seriously nasty morale damage because of course the cav go in and they come out the back. As you can see, the mounted gunners are finally firing and managed to kill some of the katana cav, but to very little end. And we can see that this blob is looking pretty good right now, you know, but of course here we have the katana cavalry coming in from the rear after it has smashed in the front, and it is now going to the rear of this blob out of the side of my other units, which are now decimated. This I was just kind of thinking, oh shit, like, oh massive, massive shit. I mean, it doesn't matter if I have the left flank now, because he's going in the rear of these Loanswords and they will just rout immediately. So I kind of last minute tried to pull the unit of Naginata Cav out, but as you can see, there's another unit of Katana Cavalry coming in, and we see this just complete and utter ruin. I mean, it's just ridiculous, and you see there's an immediate chain rout essentially of most of my Loanswords. I finally got my matchlocks into play, but I've got his general engaged, but it's not going to make much difference at this point.
Shameful display.
And he just brings the cavalry back out again, and he'll just smash that back in and out until all my units are out. As you can see, mounted gunners only have 11 kills despite having stood there for the entire match. Honestly, people, don't use the mounted gunners, they are fucking shit. They are one of the worst units, and I will never use them again for the life of me. Bow cav are so much better. Anyway, as you can see here, he's just going to run the cav around. I'm trying to screen them so I can get shots off with the matchlocks. And as you can see, my Loanswords are gone. So as you can tell, this is probably into the battle. At this point, my ally isn't doing too great either. He's engaged on all sorts of fronts. But this was one of the few land battles that he's played, so I wasn't really expecting to do hugely well in this one. Yeah, so as we see, I'll just put this on normal play mode, and you can watch as everything routes. And this is essentially the end of it. I hope you all enjoyed watching me get my ass kicked. So as you can tell, Katana Cav really are very useful at killing Loanswords. After this, I'll never ever bring in mounted gunners again. They are awful. I will instead be bringing my Katana Cav all the time, always, because they are indispensable. I mean, look at how many Loanswords actually has left. There's lots. So at this point, I am totally stuffed, and so is my ally by extension, because he's going to be overwhelmed very, very, very quickly. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this one. I will have another up soon, and see you later.